Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Ginger, let's start with hugs. It's not cute not knowing, and there's spoilers. If you did not see Insecure, this episode, you might want to wait until you see it. I'm talking about the Clark sisters. I'm just telling you, there are spoilers in this if you did not see those two shows. First off, glad the Babyface is getting better. He came down with the coronavirus, he and his family. Also, Good Morning America anchor George Stephanopoulos, his wife got it, and he's got it, but he says he has no symptoms, and he is doing okay. Our get well wishes go out to Atlanta radio legend Ryan Cameron. He's a big deal. He's the voice of the Hawks. He's a radio vet. He's been doing this for a long time. He suffered a heart attack last week, and he's in ICU. Our prayers go out to his family. After 3 seasons, TV One is getting rid of Sister Circle. It's such a shame because so many people, because they got to stay home, they're just discovering this show, and it's like, wow, I like it. But it's being canceled after 3 seasons. Lee Daniels is from Philadelphia. We know each other. Lee did not like the story that I talked about the other day with him and Jesse. Lee, this is what I do. Can't like other things I talk about, but then if it's you. And it wasn't really bad. I just said that you two weren't speaking and that Jesse reports that he had to go to Fox officials about you. Lee says this is not true. He does not know R. Kelly. He did not get R. Kelly to try to work with him. And the story probably came from one of Jussie Smollett's deranged fans. The two are not speaking. But Lee does have a very exciting project, the U.S. versus Billie Holiday. It's about the life of Billie Holiday and what she went through with the feds. Andra Day, the singer, is starring as Billie Holiday. It's a new project coming from Lee Daniels, and hopefully, as soon as all of this is over, we'll get a chance to see it, but it seems like a very exciting movie. Tiffany Haddish, what is going on with Tiff? Tiff, if this is a publicity stunt, we're not going to be able to mention you. Now, you know I like you and I ride with you. Sometimes you're going to overshare on social media. Somebody has ticked her off. She's saying that they're fake, that they're users. She still loves them. She's still praying for them, but they are a piece of... Now, who is she talking about? Is somebody in her camp? She's quarantining with Common. What is going on? Are you in a relationship that's not good? Tiffany wears her heart on her sleeve, and I think at the age of 40, don't. This is what you do when you're like 20. Just kind of like be quiet about it. This is driving a lot of us nuts. It's driving a lot of us nuts. But Tiffany, just kind of like be careful, because sometimes you could be doing too much. Anybody see the Clark sisters movie on Lifetime over the weekend? It was amazing. I loved it. Hats off to Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, and Queen Latifah. You ladies have come together to executive produce this project, which was so good. The story of Dr. Maddie Moss Clark and her daughters hailing from Detroit, and they became these huge gospel sensations, and their stories. Dr. Maddie Moss Clark was played by, I always gotta look, Anjanou Ellis. Isn't she amazing? Oh, I love that woman. She was in Ray. She was in the Book of Negroes. You've seen her before. She played that. They were calling Maddie Moss Clark the Joe Jackson of the gospel world. She did not play. And she had an ambition, and she had a drive for her daughters to make it. And they did. The next big project for Anjanou Ellis, she's going to play the mother of Venus and Serena in the motion picture King Richard, the one where Will Smith is playing Richard Williams. Well, Anjanou Ellis is going to play their mom, Oracene. Can't wait to see it. Now, one of the things that came up as you watched the Clark sisters, cannot wait to see the Salt and Pepper movie. Don't know when it's going to come out, but Salt and Pepper. There's one on Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, the mother-daughter relationship, how they would died the same exact way, kind of like in like a two-year span. It's called Bobby and Chris. And the Wendy Williams story, which is coming, the movie, and then the after part, which is dealing with her life after divorcing her husband. That should be really interesting. Now, Wendy has gone live with her shows. They're not good. And I say that out of love, Wendy. I don't know what's going on. We're all nervous and go through ups and downs and crying and emotions and being sad and being depressed. There's a myriad of emotions when you think about those who are dying, when you think about those who have lost their jobs, who have been sick, who have been affected, infected. But it's more to that. Those segments could be done a lot better. You're going to say, girl, you hating on me. No, I'm not. I love you, and I bring up stuff because I want you to shine. You are the queen of all media. I want you to shine in these segments. They're not long because you do a live portion segment and then they cut to tape. They could be much better. Yes, you're doing it from home, but you could still get yourself, gussied up like we women love to do and give us the Wendy that we are used to seeing, because those segments right there, they're not good. And if you're too emotional and can't handle it, just run the reruns until you can get them together. I just had to get that off my chest. Insecure. Did you watch last night? I loved how the season started. First off, Issa Rae's character is having sex with the heavyset security guy, and he was putting in work. So I thought that was funny. But it dealt with friendships, her and Molly. Sometimes in life, people can't share your joy. They don't share it with you. You could be elated over a relationship, over a job, or just how things are going, that you woke up and you feel good. Everybody will not share your joy. And toxic people, and toxic people could be people that we love, people in our family, people that may be in our inner circle. They can't share that same joy. So they'll want to douse it a little bit. And it's interesting because her and Molly are really, really good friends. But when a close friend lashes out in that manner, how does it make you feel? It hurts. It really does. And it's going to be interesting how their friendship goes throughout the year. They also talked about if you could be friends with an ex. I think it depends on how you broke up. If you still have feelings for that person, it's going to be hard to see them with somebody new. It's hard. Now, speaking of being friends with the ex, Diddy did a dance-a-thon on IG yesterday in one segment, which was cute. It was him, J-Lo, A-Rod. He and J-Lo dated for many years now. J-Lo is getting married to A-Rod. He had a lot of stars on there, Mark Wahlberg, and people just coming in. He had Drea, the reality star, who's pretty, who's thin, has got a nice body. Lizzo showed up. All right, Drea was twerking. She showed up. She's twerking, and she's, little and her nice body. But then Lizzo comes on. We all know that Lizzo twerks. We know that Lizzo don't like to wear underwear. She likes to wear thongs. She's very talented. She plays the flute. She's all about body positivity, and she has no shame. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but a lot of people do not like what Diddy did. When Drea twerked, it was fine. But Lizzo gets on, child, she bent over and started twerking. Look at me. Diddy comes on. Wait. You can't do that. It's Easter Sunday. You can't do that. But Drea just did. Why can't Lizzo? Because she's a big girl? You knew what she was about. Now, they let her play her flute, and she did good. But why couldn't Lizzo twerk? I know there are people, I'm tired of seeing her bending over and twerking. Is it fat shaming? Could she not twerk because she's a bigger girl? That was interesting. And it was still twerking. People were still mad. Now, Puffy is probably asleep, so he hasn't responded. It's going to be interesting. He'll probably say, no, I didn't mean it like that. But what was wrong with Lizzo twerking? I had a lot of notes here. I had a lot. Tracy Morgan, he out here in the street, they didn't tell everybody to stay home. He's in New York City, driving around in his $500,000 Lamborghini car, and he clipped a man's leg. The two men got in an argument. Police said, everybody just go. You get back in your car, you just go. No arrests were made, but watch, Tracy Morgan is going to get sued. He's going to get sued for that because the guy's going to realize that he hit him with a $500,000 car. Trolls World Tour didn't open in movie theaters because of the pandemic, but had the best weekend in streaming. I know it was a part of my weekend with my 5-year-old. According to health experts, we may not be able to enjoy sporting events or live concerts until 2021. I hope not. Hair color is going fast. Clippers are going as well. If you're doing your hair at home, we're going to be back with our stylists and barbers. Don't do anything foolish because they're the ones who are going to have to correct it. Dr. Fauci, it was trending on Twitter, fire him. This man who has been Presidents Bush and Clinton and Obama, he's been around for a long time. Watch they try to fire him. Watch. I'm not going to be surprised. He speaks the truth. I would rather have someone tell me the truth than sugarcoat it. And it's a whole mess. He's telling the truth. I know they want the economy open. It is bad. We are heading into a recession, depression. But can we really come out? Can we really come out and enjoy our lives and go back to normal if there's no vaccine available? I'm not going to be surprised. And the Surgeon General, Jerome Adams, everyone talks differently from where they live. Stay in, slow the spread. All right, he said, do it for Big Mama. Where I'm from, I'm in the Northeast. I never said Big Mama. We said Mama. I've heard of Pop Pop. But I think where the Surgeon General kind of got, when he said that blacks and Hispanics, y'all need to stop drinking, smoking, and doing drugs. Surgeon General just applied to everyone, not based on their race. If you're going to tell people not to drink, smoke, or do drugs, tell everybody. It ain't just one or two ethnic groups out here, because with this pandemic, more and more people are turning to booze. So Surgeon General, who was really quiet over the weekend, I'm sure we'll go back to talking again today. Just remember, you want to give a general message. Don't single people out. It's not cute not knowing. Leave a comment. I'd love to know your opinion. So, it's okay to disagree. It is okay to disagree. If you think you're going to come on and say something nasty, blame it on the alcohol. Say that I was drinking, Patty. I know what I was saying. It's okay to disagree. I want to see. Leave a comment. If I hurt you, that means that I saw it. The channel is growing, and I appreciate you guys so much. Gosh, I miss Toya and Dexter, because I can only imagine what they would have talked about with this. But thank you so much for joining us, and be safe out there.